The Canadian Press.
The top airman at CFB Trenton has been formally charged with the murders of 2 women and the sexual assaults of 2 others. Colonel Russell Williams, 46 of Tweed, Ontario, was arrested Sunday in Ottawa and appeared in a Belleville, Ontario courtroom Monday. At a news conference in Trenton, Major General Yvan Blondin announced Williams is no longer in command and that an interim commander has been appointed.
We do not know what the results of the investigative and legal processes would be. What we do know is that these charges are about the acts of one person. We take the charges very seriously. It is untenable for him to act as commander of 8th Wing at this time.
Lieutenant Colonel David Murphy has taken on that role and says the arrest is a shock, but that the job must go on.
Undoubtedly, it was a surprise, was a shock when most of us found out. Of course, we heard it on the news. For many of us, that was the first time we were aware of this. But as the General was saying, we're very focused on operations. Look what 8th Wing does. We're a very, very busy Air Force wing. We are very, very surprised, but we have to focus on the job at hand. The job at hand is not just Haiti. It's we're supporting operations in Afghanistan. Of course, now with the Olympics on the West Coast, we're focusing on that as well.
Blondin also offered support to the families of the murdered women.
I am, as many of us here, are in sorrow for the loss of members of our families, of our communities, victims of violence and crime. Their families have our deepest sympathy as we ourselves mourn.
Williams is charged with the first-degree murder of 27-year-old Jessica Lloyd of Belleville and 38-year-old Marie Comeau, a corporal with CFB Trenton who lived in nearby Brighton. Lloyd's body was found Monday in Tweed, and an autopsy to determine the cause of death will be held in Toronto. Comeau was found dead in her home November 25th last year. The cause of death was not identified at the time. Blondin says he'll be following the investigation closely. He says Williams was looked upon as a rising star and that the whole situation is all very bizarre.
I knew him only as a supervisor, and a supervisor working in distance. I never worked with him closely and didn't know him personally. As far as I know, and from what I've seen in the past from his file, it was just a shining bright star. And if you talk to people on the wing, they will probably tell you that they admired the wing commander. He was involved in everything, the community here. Nobody had one thought that something like this could be possible. So yes, are people in Trenton in shock? They are. Everybody is so surprised.
From the Canadian Press, I'm Toby Cohen.
The Canadian Press.